Hello, everyone. Good morning. Hi. So, welcome to Fulton County Library System's Streaming Storytime. So, we do this every morning at 11 a.m. Hello there. Welcome to Streaming Storytime. My name is Janet Wingard. Today we're going to be reading 3 books. They are all fairy tale related or fairy related books because this summer's summer reading theme is Imagine Your Story. If you haven't had a chance yet, be sure to log on to Beanstack and register all of the books you've been reading all summer through June and July. You need to log all of your books by the end of July so that you're going to be able to be in the running for some of our fun summer reading prizes. So we have prizes for all age groups, all the way from infants up to adults. So just be sure to log on and log your books so that you can be eligible for our fun giveaways here at the end of the summer because it's coming soon. So our 3 books that I'm going to be reading today are Snog the Frog, which of course is related to the Frog Prince fairy tale. Then we have Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. This version is by Sebastian Braun. And so that's, of course, a very fun, well-known fairy tale. And our last story today is called The Fairiest Fairy. So it's not necessarily a fairy tale, but rather a tale about a fairy. So our 3 books are going to be great fun, and they're going to be related to our summer reading Imagine Your Story theme. Before we get started reading our 3 books, let's sing a song to warm us up and get us ready to listen. So we're going to sing a song about starting story time, and it's going to be to the tune of If You're Happy and You Know It. So definitely do the motions with me, and then once you catch on, feel free to sing along with me too. So let's start with our song. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, say, let's read, let's read. If you're ready for a story, say, let's read, let's read. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, say, let's read, let's read. Last round, are you ready? If you're ready for a story, do all 3. Let's read. If you're ready for a story, do all 3. Let's read. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, do all 3. Let's read. Yeah, that was fun. I hope you did all of the motions with me. So let's go ahead and get started. Our first story is called Snog the Frog. Do you know what snog means? Any guesses? Well, it's about the Frog Prince. And the story of the Frog Prince is he gets a kiss, right? And he turns into a prince. So snog means kiss. Let's see who Snog the Frog tries to snog. Beside a grand and majestic castle was a pond. And at the bottom of this cool, clear pond lived Snog the Frog. Oh, look at him. He's just chilling underwater. Doesn't that look like a beautiful place to live? Snog the Frog climbed on his log and said, "Today is my birthday, and I wish to feel like a prince. And to be a prince, I need a kiss." With that in mind, he leapt onto the land and went hoppity 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 hop. Until who should he meet but Can you tell me? Who did he meet? Yeah, cow. Oh, cowie, cow, cow, I wish to feel like a prince. Pucker up your lovely lips and give me a kiss. Who? You? Moo. No, now go. Oh, just one, says Frog. No, go, says Cow. And with that he went hoppity 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 hop. Until who should he meet but... Who is it? Yeah, sheep. Oh, sheepy sheep sheep, I wish to feel like a prince. Send those sheepish lips my way and give me a kiss. Me, bah, nah, no. Oh, perhaps just a peck, says Frog. No, go, says Sheep. So with that, Snog the Frog went hoppity 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 hop, until who should he meet but... Can you tell me? Who is it? Yeah, Snake. Oh, snaky snake snake, I wish to feel like a prince. Press those lean lips on mine and give me a kiss. A kiss? Hiss. Take this. Oh no, says Frog, I'll give that a miss. And with this he went hoppity 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 hop, until who should he meet but... Who is it? Yeah, Pig. Oh, hoggy hog hog, give this froggy frog frog a snoggy snog snog. What? Snort. I'd never kiss your sort. Spoil sport, says Frog. And with that, Snog the Frog went hoppity 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 hop, until who should he meet but... Who is it? Yeah, it's a little girl. Princess! Oh, princess, your highness, such a happiness would I possess were you to kiss me but once. Make me feel like a prince. Oh, says Princess, I've read about this in fairy tales. One kiss and you turn into a prince. Do you think she's gonna kiss him? Ooh. And with that she lifted Snog the Frog and gave him a kiss. What's gonna happen? Alas, something is amiss. The kiss has not turned you into a prince. Again, again, just one. The deed was done, but nothing. Oh my. Have one last try, she said. I've tried once and twice and more since, but you still have not become a prince. No, said Snog the Frog. But I feel like a prince. Look at him with his crown. Did that kiss make him happy? The end. So that was our Frog Prince story with Snog the Frog. Next, let's read about Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Are you ready? Once upon a time, a long time ago, there was a family of 3 bears who lived in a cozy cottage deep in the forest. Doesn't that look like a nice place to live? First came the great big Papa Bear. Next came the middle-sized Mama Bear. And last but not least came the wee little baby bear. One sunny morning, the 3 bears went for a walk while their porridge was cooling. No sooner had they left the cottage than along came a little girl named Goldilocks. No one was home when she knocked, so Goldilocks opened the door and let herself in. Would you do that? Would you just go in someone else's house like that? We'll see what happens. On the table, Goldilocks saw 3 bowls, each filled with delicious porridge. She was feeling very hungry after her long walk and could not resist having just a taste. First, she tasted the porridge in the great big bowl, but it was too hot. Next, she tasted the porridge in the middle-sized bowl, but it was too cold. Then she tasted the porridge in the wee little bowl, and it was just right, so she ate it all up. She ate all of Little Bear's porridge. Goldilocks wandered around the cottage till she came upon 3 chairs. First, she sat down in the great big chair, but it was too hard. Next, she tried sitting in the middle-sized chair, but it was too soft. Last, she tried sitting in the wee little chair, and it felt just right, but it was too small for her bottom after all, and it broke into pieces. She broke Little Bear's chair. Oh no! Now, Goldilocks climbed the ladder into the sleeping loft and saw 3 beds in a row. By this time, she was sleepy, so she decided to have a little rest. Which bed do you think she'll pick? First, she tried the great big bed, but it was too hard. Next, she tried the middle-sized bed, but it was too soft. Last, she tried the wee little bed, and it was just right, so right, in fact, that she fell asleep. Just about that time, the 3 bears came home from their walk. As soon as they opened the door, they could see that someone had been in their cottage. What do you think they'll do? "Someone's been tasting my porridge," exclaimed Papa Bear in his great big voice. "Someone's been tasting my porridge," said Mama Bear in her middle-sized voice. "And someone's been tasting my porridge and they ate it all up," squealed little Baby Bear in his wee little voice. "Someone's been sitting in my chair," bellowed Papa Bear in his great big voice. "Someone's been sitting in my chair," said Mama Bear in her middle-sized voice. "And someone's been sitting in my chair and broke it all to pieces," squealed little Baby Bear in his wee little voice. Ever so quietly, the 3 bears climbed the ladder to the sleeping loft. "Someone's been sleeping in my bed," said Papa Bear in his great big voice. "Someone's been sleeping in my bed," cried Mama Bear in her middle-sized voice. "Someone's been sleeping in my bed," squealed Baby Bear in his wee little voice. "And she's still there." Uh-oh, what's gonna happen? All that noise woke up Goldilocks, who sat bolt upright in Baby Bear's bed. Without so much as a "pardon me," she leapt out of bed and flew down the ladder and ran out of the bear's cottage as fast as her little legs could carry her. Oh, look at how fast she's going. She's running through the woods, running away from those bears. As for the 3 bears, from that morning on, they always locked the cottage door when they went out for their morning walks. That sounds like a good idea. They also lived happily ever after. The end. Wasn't that fun? So we have one more story for you this morning. Our last story is about the Fairiest Fairy. Let's see what kind of magic happens with our Fairiest Fairy. Do we have any fairies out there watching today? Betty was a fairy who just never got things right. She was always in a muddle, though she tried with all her might. Oh, look at Betty. She got her school bag stuck on a flower. Oh no, she's having trouble getting to school this morning. And when she went to fairy school, she did her very best. But fairy wings are tricky when you're putting on a vest. Uh-oh, she's having trouble getting dressed this morning. Her pirouettes were wobbly, though most enthusiastic, and no one else's magic wand was tied on with elastic. "What shall we do with Betty?" her fairy teacher cried. "She's such a messy muddle." And she shook her head and sighed. Oh, oh, Betty. She's so happy. She's trying so hard. But she's a little messy. One day, Miss Petal clapped her hands. "Now, fairies, listen well. Today's a most important day. It's time for your first spell. The first thing that a fairy learns is lots and lots of fun. Let's scatter all the dewdrops so they sparkle in the sun." "The other fairies get it right," said Betty, feeling sad. "My dewdrops just make puddles since my sprinkling is so bad." Oh, look at Betty. She looks so sad. Her dewdrops don't sparkle like the other fairies. Then Betty heard a rabbit cry. He sounded so forlorn, and in his little paw she found a very nasty thorn. "Oh no, he's hurt." She pulled it out and bathed his foot in one of her dew puddles, then dried the little rabbit's tears and gave him lots of cuddles. Aw, she helped him feel better. "Thank you," said the rabbit. "Oh, you are so very kind. Now I can hop with all my friends and not get left behind." That day at school, the fairies learned another special power. Miss Petal taught them morning spells to wake up every flower. Oh, look at those flowers. Aren't they beautiful? The other fairies waved their wands, and each bud opened up. But look at poor Betty. Her flower hasn't opened. But Betty said, "I'm sure you're..." Well, Betty found a baby bird behind a buttercup. "I'm hiding," said the little bird. "I'm much too scared to fly." But Betty said, "I'm sure you're brave," and showed him how to try. "Oh, thank you," said the blackbird, and he flapped his wings and flew. "You helped me find my courage. Now, just see what I can do." Oh, look at him flying. Betty made another friend, didn't she? Just then the rain came pouring down from dark clouds overhead. "It's time to paint some rainbows now," Miss Petal quickly said. Oh, look at those beautiful rainbows. But Betty's flying was so slow, she started very late. And she had to rush her rainbow, and it got in quite a state. Uh-oh. Look, Betty's rainbow isn't quite as pretty as the other ones. Betty felt so glum she crept away into the flowers, but then a little voice said, "I've been stuck in here for hours. My laces are all tangled up. I don't know what to do." "I'll work to get it out," said Betty. "I'll soon untangle you." Oh, look, she's saving the poor little butterfly. He was stuck. "Oh, thank you," said the butterfly. "It's very clear to me that you're the smartest fairy I could ever hope to see." All week the fairies practiced waking flowers, sprinkling dew, and painting pretty rainbows with red and green and blue. But little messy Betty had a broken-hearted cry. "I'm always in a muddle, even though I try and try." Each year the fairy king and queen arrange a fairy ball and choose from all the fairies who's the fairiest of them all. But Betty whispered to her friends, "I can't do anything. I just can't do spells well enough to show the queen and king. I have to scatter dewdrops, but my sprinkling is no good. I can't wake up the flowers, as a fairy really should. My rainbows are too wobbly and all messy at the ends." "Oh, please don't worry, Betty. We can help you," said her friends. First, Rabbit had a bright idea. "Now, Betty, hold on tight. We'll scatter all the dewdrops as I skip from left to right." Bravo, bravo, the king exclaimed. Well done, agreed the queen. This is the sparkliest dewdrop dance that we have ever seen. Oh, thank you, Rabbit, Betty said, for such a happy dance. Without your lovely leaps and bounds, I didn't have a chance. Then Blackbird said, to wake the flowers, just listen to my song. I'll teach you how to whistle. It won't take very long. Oh, Betty, said the king and queen, you whistle like a bird. We think your waking up tune is the loveliest we've heard. Thank you, Blackbird, said Betty. It's all because of you. You taught me to be brave and how to try something new. For painting rainbows, Butterfly knew just the thing to do. Match the colors on my wings from red and green to blue. How beautiful, the queen exclaimed. It's lovely, said the king. Your rainbow's truly wonderful, a really gorgeous thing. Betty blushed and thanked her friends, a big bright smile on her face. Look, every single color's in exactly the right place. The king said, fairies, gather round. It's time to give the prize. And when you find out who has won, it might be a surprise. Ooh, who do you think's gonna win? It's Betty, said the queen. She is so clever, brave, and kind. She is the fairiest fairy we could ever hope to find. Oh, thank you, said Betty. The one who's most surprised is me. I couldn't do a single thing without my friends, you see. But Betty, said the queen, you've shown us how to be a friend and proved that helping others is what matters in the end. Then Betty gave a hug to Rabbit, Bird, and Butterfly, and all the other fairies cheered till Betty felt quite shy. And everyone was happy at the royal fairy ball. They all agreed that Betty was the fairiest fairy of them all. The end. Isn't that great? Even though Betty was having such a hard time, she kept trying and her friends helped her and she became the fairiest fairy, didn't she? Okay, so that was all the stories I have for you today. Let's sing a song to say goodbye, okay? So I'm going to start singing and then you can sing along with me. Be sure to wave your hands and clap them with me too. Let's do it 3 times to make sure that you know all the words by the end, okay? We wave our hands goodbye, we wave our hands goodbye, we clap our hands for all our friends, we wave our hands goodbye. We wave our hands goodbye, we wave our hands goodbye, we clap our hands for all our friends, we wave our hands goodbye. One more time. We wave our hands goodbye, we wave our hands goodbye, we clap our hands for all our friends, we wave our hands goodbye. Thank you so much for coming today. Don't forget to log these 3 books and all of your books that you've been reading all summer in June and July on Beanstack so that you're eligible for this year's summer reading prizes. Thanks so much for coming, and remember to come back weekdays at 11 a.m. for more fun story times. Thanks again. Bye!